or any process is to be fully present in the practice, and therefore Haridas Thakur had mentioned in his Harinam Chintamani that along with chanting Hare Krishna, one must also be hearing Sambandha Gyan, or remembering one's relationship with Krishna. There's varying states of determination to chant great rounds. Of course, and make Japa great again, that's our objective, to chant great rounds. Not okay rounds or just getting by rounds, but really great rounds, because that will make all the difference. And understanding what the cause of varying states of determination are is helpful, so we can adjust. And one of them is the modes of nature. So Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita and also in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it's an entire chapter that Krishna dedicates to teaching Uddhava the importance of cultivating sattva in body, mind, environment, and association. And we'll go through that at some point. And the other, as I just mentioned, is Sambandha Gyana, that one needs a daily reminder of why I'm chanting, because the mind tends to look elsewhere. Just as Akrura in his prayers mentions that sometimes a deer, even though right at a reservoir of water or a wellspring, runs off into the desert looking for water elsewhere. So one of the reminders is that everything is available in the holy name. Nothing is lacking. Krishna is the source of everything, and he is his name. So there's nothing else to see or nowhere else to go, and that's a helpful pointer for the mind. Also, another point is scheduling, because it can be a matter of making sure that we schedule in time to chant, because if you don't schedule time, then how are you going to chant? Everything else will rush in to take its place. And when we do chant with great attention, we get spiritual strength, and we feel a sense of integrity, spiritual integrity as well. And I'm going to read one excerpt to meditate on. This is from Madhya Lila from Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 21. The vibration of his flute is just like a bird that creates a nest within the ears of the gopis. It always remains prominent there, not allowing any other sound to enter their ears. Thank you. Indeed, the gopis cannot hear anything else, nor are they able to concentrate on anything else, not even to give a suitable reply. Such are the effects of the vibration of Krishna's flute. Purport: the vibration of Krishna's flute is always prominent in the ears of the gopis. Naturally, they cannot hear anything else. Constant remembrance of the holy sound of Krishna's flute keeps them enlightened and enlivened, and they do not allow any other sound to enter their ears. Since their attention is fixed on Krishna's flute, they cannot divert their minds to any other subject. In other words, a devotee who has heard the sound of Krishna's flute forgets to talk or hear of any other subject. This vibration of Krishna's flute is represented by the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. A serious devotee of the Lord who chants and hears this transcendental vibration becomes so accustomed to it that he cannot divert his attention to any subject matter not related to Krishna's blissful characteristics and paraphernalia. I think I needn't say anything more. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna. Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram.
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram.
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Ram. Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Rama
Hare
Hare Rama Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Rama
Ram.
Hare
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 Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare Hare
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram.
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare Hare
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama Hare
Ram.
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama Hare Rama
Ram.
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Sit
Krishna
properly.
Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare Rama
Ram.
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Ram.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram.
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram.
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare 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 Hare
Ram.
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram.
Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram.
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
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 Ram,
Rama
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Rama Rama Hare
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Ram.
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare
Ram.
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram.
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram.
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Rama
Ram.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, 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 Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram.
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Om
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama,
Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Ram
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Krishna Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Sit
Rama, Hare
properly.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare
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 Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Ram, Ram, Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram, Ram.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna.
Ram.
So, welcome everybody who's joined us recently. Great to have you. Hare Krishna. The topic is how to go from poor or good to great japa. And what are the elements in your practice that help you cross the line from good to great or from poor to good to great in chanting? We named a few elements that Haridas Thakur has mentioned as important. One of them is Sambandha Gyan, remembering our non-relationship with the material world and that we have a relationship with Krishna. He's in his name. And also just practical things like, are we scheduling, sorry, I just came from UK. Are we scheduling time to chant so that we have undivided attention? And we also I also mentioned cultivating the mode of goodness. What are elements in your daily practice that you've noticed that help you chant better japa? That's the topic for the next 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Go right ahead. Yes, Prabhu. Anything practical, philosophical, whatever you have, just share.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. So one thing that has helped me better chant is, as you mentioned here, scheduling. So I have seen early morning chanting definitely helps, where there's no pressure of any other responsibility at the time. Scheduling helped, and also very, very important point today you mentioned is being present. Because quite often we have seen people there when we are seeing some video or something, the mind is so engrossed that we cannot hear anything else. Similarly, in chanting, if we are present and we develop taste, then hopefully one day that will come. So being present help me if we chant in front of the deities in home, or Mahamantra being written, or chanting in association has helped me to be present. Otherwise, sometimes it happens that some rounds are chanted, but we don't even know that we chanted. but if you're careful on that, it helps. Thank you.
These are very practical and helpful. Thank you very much. Okay, a couple more. Sukeshwari.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I absolutely was thinking about what Shamra Prabhu said, that scheduling, having the same time every single day, wake up the same time and start chanting at that. And I think that kind of trains the mind. I also wanted to add that, as Prabhu said, sometimes you keep chanting and you don't realize that actually you've done like 4 rounds, but you had never focused on it. So timing, like when I start chanting at 5:30, usually my rounds are about 5 to 5.5, 6 minutes. So if I will just check to see how many rounds I did in between to see the time, if I have gone above or below, that means I made some mistake. So kind of monitoring myself. I think because when I chant and think about everything else in the world, and sometimes listen to mantra, I would have taken even 7 and 8 minutes. So, this is just me. I think everybody is different, but yeah, that's really helpful.
Very practical and helpful to stay on track. Thank you very much. Pavani Bhakti?
Thank you, Maharaj. I find it very useful if I keep my environment clean and decluttered, especially in the night before. I just keep the environment nice, so that when I get up, I'm not thinking about, I have to clean this, now I have to do this. So it just helps me just focus on my chanting than the other chores that I have to do later on.
This kind of goes to the point about cultivating sattva gun, right? It's staying clean, organized, and especially the night before, because when you wake up in the morning, you might be overcome by that passionate mode or ignorant mode that you left behind the night before. You got 1 or 2 more? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. What I find useful is, because day is pretty long, and then if we have taken a vow to the chant, if we don't have any time limit that I wanted to finish by this time, then we can stretch it whole day, and it will never, it's just drags on. So what I have seen, if I have a goal in my mind that, okay, by this time I wanted to finish my japa, then somehow or other, that the reverse calculation starts in the mind that it takes 8 minutes, so 16 into this, so then you have to start before, so you wake up before. So I think it's a miracle that if you have set the goal like that, reverse calculation happens, then you fit it in. Otherwise, if you don't have that, then it can go on till 11:59 midnight. So,
Okay, all right, Dhanavari for the last one.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I like also scheduling that Prabhu and Mataji.
You got to hold that really close because you have a thick mask.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Please accept my obeisances. Jai Srila Prabhupada. So my realization is scheduling also works. I didn't wake up that early, so I'm trying my best. 1 hour every day, waking up early, and that helps. And the other thing helps me that whenever I'm chanting, I'm thinking how grateful I am that I got time. My body can sit right now. Maybe tomorrow I won't have this chance, or I won't be alive, or whatever happens to my body. But right now I'm grateful and thankful that I can sit and chant, and that helps me, keeps me going.
Well, that's nice.
Hare Krishna.
Don't take it for granted and think, someday in the future, maybe I'll get serious. Just think, maybe this is my last chance, right?
Yes.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
So these are thoughts to collect and keep on track. That author named Collins wrote the book From Good to Great regarding corporations. And similarly, we should have our own book, From Good to Great, in Japa, and keep track of what it is that practically helps us to trend towards great japa instead of trending back the other way towards poor japa and poor japa that we fade away. It's one of the main processes. It is the main process for advancing on the path of bhakti. So let's try a little more. Gaur Premanande Haribol. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram.
Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Oh, Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram.
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram.
Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Ram.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna.
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram.
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama.
Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram
Hare Krishna,
sit properly.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Oh Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna. We have a few minutes left, but just take a couple of reflections of anything you're taking away from this morning's session that you heard from others or your experience of chanting this morning in the Japa circle. It could be online or anybody here. Hare Krishna.
I think what I felt is if we are among the devotees when we are chanting, I think that is the best part. If we could find some way, somehow, finding some excuses to be here, I think that is the best part. It covers me.
Or if you live at home, just make sure to move a bunch of devotees in your house. Okay, what else are you taking away from this morning's session? Monisha?
So usually before school began, I used to be very used to chanting 16 rounds just one time in one go. But I'm finding that a bit more harder to do these. What I am finding to be very helpful though is setting these short-term goals along the day, where it's like, okay, whenever I have time, even just chanting 4 rounds is much easier than just chanting all my rounds at one time, and I can do it after an assignment or like right when I get home if I'm taking a break. That will be like my break from studying. So I think it's been really helpful, and that's something I'm going to try to continue doing.
It's good to know. It was Srila Prabhupada mentioned when he was in the midst of his business, he used to divide it up throughout the day also. Very practical at different times of your life, right? Nice. One more? Yes, Gita Priya. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. I was thinking today when I was chanting my rounds, I was thinking about what a good day today is going to be, because I think over the last week I was really missing the feeling of coming to chanting and then immediately after seeing the deities, and then Bhagavatam class, and then more Arati. I felt like that day is very much, I'm very absorbed in Krishna consciousness because of my association. And I was thinking that those are the days I'm the most happy, and that these rounds that I'm chanting in the morning is like, it's like I'm like an arrow being pulled back on a bow, being ready to be like just released. So I was thinking about how the morning rounds are very, they're so ideal when it comes to setting me up for the rest of my day of being completely absorbed. Or because I feel like there are times in which I do other things first before I do my rounds, and that leads to a less Krishna consciously productive day. And today morning I realized I decided that before I chanted my rounds I'd read a little bit Bhagavad Gita in the car, and I felt like that really, really helped my rounds today, because it helped really establish that Sambandha Gyan before entering into my rounds, so I could really understand what I was doing.
Thank you very much, Shastra Sarprada. And everybody else who joined for Make Japa Great Again, our Japa Circle. Keep the vibration going. Give yourself and your mind full permission to give one-pointed attention to chanting Japa, because it's the essence of all the practices. We have to leave it there. Vanchakalpadrivascha kripasinabhevacha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo Nattakoti Vaishnaviniki Jai Shri Harinam Prabhu Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Haribol.